Welcome back. What is this? Smell. Sorry. I don't know. More hydration. Drink more water, kids. Welcome back. I'm Zoe. It's because I'm very close to the camera. And this is Divinity Within Thee, where we take time to get in touch with the divine. Look. It's like a wave. This is my favorite part. It's like a wave. It's like catching a tunnel, bruh. Anyways, guys, so there is some pretty, so there's been a lot of sensitive information that's been moving around in the collective, and I don't like to go too like intensely into things. When they keep representing themselves, it's like representing is like they're representing, sama. So, the way that I look at it is to look at synchronicities, right? Don't just take like the first thing that you hear as the word, right? Don't just take bird as the word, right? Make sure that you're actually like getting multiple signs or signals, that you're not just making the first thing that sounds good or fits the story that you want to be your thing, right? Like, make sure. So something that I have and I want to share with you guys, I have this little trick, right? And my trick is like this. So when I see something and it feels really intense, like I feel like this is a sign or a synchronicity, right? As you're tuning up your intuition, okay, this is an intuition tune trick. And you can be like, wow, okay, I acknowledge that. I acknowledge that like that I had a feeling, that had a presence, you know. So you start off like this. First you say, okay, I acknowledge it, but you register it, but you don't put it into processing, right? Just like, okay, fill out this form and then put it over there, essentially, right? You're like, okay, I'm gonna put that in the memory bank. And so that's basically what you do. And then what happens is you may be doing something totally random. You may be eating or going for a drive or talking to somebody else, and then like randomly you hear somebody else say, or you hear something on the news, or you hear the person eating food next to you and they start talking or like mentioning like the same thing, and you're like, huh, that's weird, because like I had this feeling about this before, but because sometimes things that cross, know that while we're in the depths of this energy and this big shift, this collective shift, hello everybody, while we're in the depths of this collective shift, you have to know that we're switching the way that we're seeing things. And then you have to know that a lot of the energy that is moving isn't always ours. So you can ask yourself, and this is why I practice putting my hand on my heart and kind of going into a breathing and asking myself, you know, my higher self, is this mine, what I'm feeling or experiencing? Is this mine? Or does this belong to somebody else? Is this someone else's stress? Is it someone else's problem? You know, now for me, I channel, so there's a lot. Everybody's always dumping all of the things to try to get me to get the messages and to resolve the karmatic balance, but with their family, ancestry, you know, they're trying to get me to their lineage to go and help them to heal, and that's okay. But for most people, as you're tuning into your intuition, first you ask, is this mine? And if you're not receiving a good response, you can ask the question, is this in my highest or best interest or timeline? Working with this or dealing with this or resolving this or healing from this or whatever it is, right? So first check, right? Normally when I see or hear or get a different sign, sometimes it can be from a song, sometimes it can be from an ad, sometimes it can be from a meme, you know, you never know, but you know, because you're like, it's like I keep seeing this, right? It's like you don't see the one thing until you see the one thing. Like when I first came out here to Bali, I was like, I'm gonna manifest, right? And so I was thinking about manifesting a Vespa. And so because of that, as I would keep this in the forefront, everywhere I would go, I would just see Vespas everywhere. You know, it's like it's like you never really realize that you see the thing until you start to think about the thing, and then you start to see like a bunch of red cars or a bunch of yellow, you know, like you're like, I never seen, you're like, oh, someone who says something, you're like, I never even see yellow cars. And then you'll start to notice like almost everywhere you go, you're just like, what the fuck? You'll end up parking next to a yellow car. You come out and there'll be a yellow. You just like see them and you'll be like, this is so weird. But the thing is it's like quantum physics, like quantum mechanics, right? As soon as it gets into our awareness, as soon as it gets into our level of perception, then what happens is we can start to perceive. We're now more attuned to perceiving that. And either we decide, I perceive that as this and I like the perception of this, hello, or we decide, I don't like this reflection, I don't like this perception. But the contrast of the good or the bad, or what feels good or what is whatever, the contrast is ultimately what sets us, right? And that's the point of this duality, this dualistic reality that we're in, that we're moving up through third and fourth and fifth densities, right? And as we're doing that, it's about understanding, it's about people that have accountability. This is really huge, right? Accountability. Now, I saw this interesting meme that I just posted before I came on here to my Instagram, you guys. And what it said was, people that lie are a liability, right? So it's like, if you find the need or the reason to lie, then for some reason you're either hiding something that you shouldn't be, number one, or you're attempting to. It's a type of manipulation. Even if you're doing it, you're still manipulating, because you're manipulating the truth. You're manipulating how a person is seeing or viewing you, because you're fabricating a false either words or sense of self or whatever it is. Lying can be on many different levels, guys. So it's hyper important that we maintain, right, our authenticity, and that we're tuning in to our intuition. So now what I see is, when I see something twice, I'm like, okay, and then I start to think on it. Sometimes I breathe, or sometimes I meditate on it, right? And sometimes I just wait. If I get like, if it's two really strong signs, then I'm like, okay, this has been brought to my attention. But if it's two or three, once it becomes three signs that are very prominent about this thing, then I know that it's time for me to pull some cards or do a reading, like I know it's time to address that thing. So that's what I'm saying is, if you keep seeing the same thing, now in this day and age, we have a lot of things that are run by AI and just machines. So you will see a lot of programming that's going to keep popping things back up, algorithms and things like this. And that's why you see or feel the symbolisms. You check in with yourself and say, is this for my highest good? Because sometimes you just need to become aware of it and let it go. Sometimes it's not really for you, but it's attempting to, it's like a revisiting, it's like a test, it's like it wants to see if you learned your lesson. That's basically like we're in this karmic reset or reprocess. That's essentially what's going on, is this energy of, okay, we're making sure, like you said, you learned the test, you said you studied, okay, let's see you put it into action. It's like this is more like frontline testing, like I don't know how else to say it, but this is just like the energy. So what the reason why I wanted to talk about something sensitive is because there's a lot in the collective, and it's not just my personal thing, but in the collective there's a lot of people, and whether you're a man or a woman, whether you're adult or a child or a teenager, it doesn't really matter. The collective means this is something that is so loud in the collective consciousness that it's something that needs to be addressed. So when I look at how pretty, you guys, this orange is in the center of this flower. So when I keep tuning in, I keep picking up on different things that are related to trauma healing, and to narcissism. Now, the funny thing is I had one of my clients tell me, maybe you should just be really, really kind and be friends with those people, and just treat them like they're sick, because that's what they are. They're just sick people. And I'm just like, this is the level, okay? This is the level of gaslighting, right? Because it's like, that's why they showed up. And this is the point of what I'm saying. That's why they showed up, because they knew that they were out of the field. So they had to show up to remain present within the field, or that was their attempt, because all of the spell work and all the other stuff that they're doing isn't working. It's backfiring. So they have to come. That's why he broke the nail off to get a piece of skin and nail and blood, and I just want to be real about, here's the thing. The point is of how I can share my story to help other people is I had to tell her, they're literally gaslighting you into believing. She's like, well, maybe if you wouldn't get so angry and upset and try to take his clout or whatever, maybe if you didn't do this, then you wouldn't get, he wouldn't be so bad. It's like, this person suffers from psychopathy, like narcissistic psychopathy, like bipolar, like borderline, like schizophrenic or BPD, and serial killer type shit. Like, no. Like, I don't know. I don't want to. And this is what I'm saying is, people that will manipulate, they love to come onto the light warriors, the light workers, the empaths, right? The indigos, because we have something to do here. And they basically grab on to your level of empathy, right? Because that's what they can feed off of, because they know that you will feel bad or terrible and you will want to help them. And so because of that, that's how they kind of test on it. They're just like, okay, we're gonna do a quick temperature check here. We're gonna see how bad we can make them. What is their level of compassion? What is their level of empathy? What is their level of guilt that we can push them to, so we can figure out how much we can manipulate them and make them feel bad. And it's like, how much, have you ever had a narcissist gaslight you so bad that they're actually almost convincing you're the narcissist? No. No. I offered to have the conversation, but personal conversations are between people, not third parties. So respectfully, if you can't respect a boundary, then you don't have respect and you're not listening, and there's nothing for us to talk about, because it's not going anywhere. I see where it's not going. You're defending somebody else, and so we have nothing to speak about. You want to talk? I'll see you in front of the judge or behind bars. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. But I gave you the option, right? And so this is the level of narcissism that you guys need to be aware of, right? Is this gaslighting, where they're just like, this person try to come over and be like, you're fucking crazy, you're on drugs. Like, bro, no. And I'm not gonna let you in. I'm not gonna let two dudes in to fucking try to drug me and rape me, okay? Archangel Michael, that's exactly who I called in. Archangel Michael, this is the actual fucking warrior. This archangel will literally eliminate any of your enemies. He will protect you. He will keep them from coming. I forgot to call him. I have been calling him for a while, but I haven't called him in a month or two. Maybe that's why, okay? I don't really know, but trusting heaven, you are safe. Angels stand close. Surrender your concerns and allow a miracle to occur. Okay? So what you guys have to understand is, when you create a boundary, there's nothing like, nobody should be able to make you feel bad. They should not gaslight you into making you feel bad that that's your boundary. Respectfully, my boundary is, you cannot enter my home if you didn't make an appointment and I didn't invite you. You cannot enter my place uninvited. That's a boundary, right? Number one. Hold that boundary. Just because someone showed up and you knew them or they're another friend or whatever, like hold the boundary. It is what it is. If you want to speak, I'm not speaking to other people. This is nobody else's fucking business. This is our personal business between the two of us. And if you want to have a conversation, it can be between the two of us or not at all. Boundary number 2, wasn't fucking respected. Boundary number 3, don't raise your voice. Don't come at me because I'm sensitive to the anxiety and you know that that can cause a brain aneurysm and death for me. So are you respecting my health, my wellness, my safety, my boundary? No. The fuck on, right? So don't let anybody make you think or go back and gaslight you for having a boundary. There's a reason why you set those boundaries. And what I want you guys to know is, especially if you're light workers, empaths, like super empaths, indigos, starseeds, if you're on this vibration, then that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to push the boundaries. They're trying to piss you off. They're trying to keep you in a fear state, in an anger state. Because if you are happy and in your own center of being, in your authenticity, then they can't fuck with you. They can't enter you. They can't come around. Your light literally burns them. You know, like when you see those scenes from the movie where it's like the sun is like burning the vampire. It's like that, okay? But it's not the vampires that really are allergic to the sun. It's the demonic, the demons. You have to exorcise those demons. You know, you got to get them out. And so that's why it's like, yeah, in a perfect place in heaven, like we're not all fucking nuns and shit, bro. Like we're having a good time. But when there's a spiritual warfare, we understand to maintain our energy and our chi and to not share, you know, to not get intoxicated, to not pass these levels where people can fucking body snatch and jump in your light being. That's it. It's light. All they have to do is, have you ever seen the light move? Have you ever seen one of those crystal balls that puts off all those prisms? All they have to do is just slightly. So all you have to do is just slightly partake, just slightly be drinking spirits, just slightly be doing drugs, just slightly be bitching or talking shit on somebody, just slightly be wishing ill will or intentions on another person. To be in fear, to be in hate, to be in lack, to be in those lower vibrational frequency, they're parasitic vibrations, they're parasitic frequencies. So same with people who steal, same with all of this, right? So it's just a low, protect yourself, protect your temple, protect your body, dude. Like, does that mean, like I said, I ain't vanilla. I am far from it, you know? And for anybody, whoever is putting the energy out there, like, okay, God is a spiritual being, not a man, number 1. I don't pray to a man, Jesus Christ, number 2. Number 3, I come from the Bay Area, San Francisco. Okay, so I have nothing against gay people or married. Like, I have nothing against that. Okay, just so we're all clear. What I do have is people pretending to be something that they're not. I do have something against that. So if you are gay, be gay. Don't pretend and don't waste people's times like you want to have a family and marry them when you would rather be sucking dick. Like, that's all I'm saying. Right? So for anybody who is offended and feeling offended that comes to this, I just want to make it clear. I have nothing against, like, I have plenty of gay people, plenty of cross-dressers, transsexual. Like, I have nothing against it. What I have is people being manipulative, people pretending to be something that they're not, and people hiding or lying and deceiving and manipulating other people. That's what, it's just a baseline of, that's a morality. That's a baseline character trait of just being like a decent, it's just decent human being. It's just being a decent, it's just common courtesy. Okay? Common courtesy, bro. To yourself, not just to others, but to yourself. So, dear universe, source creator, spirit guides, angels, ancestors, our lovely archangels, especially our warrior archangel Michael, we thank thee for being here. Ascended masters, Galactic Federation of Light, all of our high vibrational love and light alien friends out there, we thank thee for your presence. We thank thee for your clarity and guidance, for clear and concise and precise messages with us, for us, to us, with only the highest vibrational frequency and timeline for all of those involved. We thank thee for your clarity and your guidance, and also for your presence mostly, and for your protection. Thank you. So guys, so yeah, this is the reality, is as we're healing certain things, we will see the situation keep representing itself. Things keep showing up. The lesson keeps repeating itself. It keeps showing up in a different person, in a different day, whatever, right? But it does just keep repeating itself. The divine director, intervention and purpose. Divine intervention is occurring. Know that you are being guided, and happiness is your purpose. And that's what I'm saying. If being happy is, if what makes you happy is, catching waves, being in the ocean every day, if what makes you happy is, being with your partner, if what makes you, what makes you happy? Like, are you out here, why are you lying? Like, who are you out here to deceive, right? Like, why? And then the only person you're fooling is yourself. In the end of the day, you're the only person you're fooling. You're the only person you're robbing. You're the only person you are lying to. It's yourself. That's your own ego blocking your own acceptance of who you are. And so I hope that, I really hope that you can come to terms with that. Hilarion, it's like hilarious. Divine healing, honor your sensitivity, retreat to recharge and heal. Your light can support others. This is in the heart space. So yeah, what you guys need to know is that narcissism and ego, they seek attention, right? They seek attention. They need attention. They cannot be by themselves because they need that exterior validation, okay? Once the exterior validation has been removed, look at that, was it 22. Once the exterior validation has been removed, they now have, like, their source of fuel, their source of feeding off of your source of light and energy and love and care and compassion is now not there anymore. So they will start to go through more attempts. And what you will see is, you will see more things that will present themselves, right? Like she was like, oh, but I saw this weird thing and it was super weird because it looked like his name. And I was like, yeah, they're doing that on purpose. They're literally like probably MK Ultraing you to make you, putting spells to you to make you tell me to feel bad for him. Like, why? Like, you do understand this person and his friend like poisoned me and have been attempting to unalive me as well as other people. Like, you do understand that, right? She's like, oh yeah, I forgot. And that's what gaslighting is somebody convincing you being convinced because you're empathetic and you feel bad, and they convinced you that actually you're in the wrong for creating your boundary or calling them out or being like, no, bro, that like, actually, no. We talked about this, And that was, in the end of the day, that's what it was. It's like, we need to, it's like, great. We need to talk. Like, the agreement was before I came back from America is like, you want to talk to me or see me or be around me, like, you need to be able to do 30 days sober. Like, I'm sorry, but you haven't even done a fucking full week. Like, I can't have entities hopping into me because you're weak and have no self-control. So, and this is very big because a lot of the ancestors, they're here, they're embodying us. They're coming through and they're saying, listen, cut those old programs, cut those, heal that karma, heal that generational trauma, heal it, okay? And they are extra sensitive about it because it's like They've been trying to do it for so long, and this is why they want people to speak up and to share and to express themselves and to really heal. You have to kind of feel it and move through it, right? And that's why they want us to do this. Ancestral spirit, connect to your lineage. A family wound or pattern can be healed now. So what you keep seeing and what keeps showing up, like your relationships, are a direct effect of your childhood, of how you were raised, of your familiar, of your family, of your parents, of whatever their wounding is, whatever this is. So if this means now, for many of us, if we are these chosen 144, right, for the light beings, these indigos, we may realize that we may not be able to connect with these families that we came into. That was part of our soul contract or agreement, okay? For many people, we do have very intense contracts or agreements. Some people can last 2 days. Some people can last 2 months. Some people can last 2 years. Some people can last 220, 200 lifetimes, right? We don't know. But what we do know is as we realize that everything is a blessing and a lesson in disguise, and we take it as such, then we realize, okay, you know what? It's okay. I'm not angry. I don't have to keep fighting for something where the contract was already fulfilled. And that's where we come to the spot of, you have nothing else, like I have nothing else to learn from you. Like I'm not progressing anymore, I'm digressing. That's uncomfortable for me. Stagnancy is very uncomfortable for me. Now, it could have been because I didn't have a very secure home or living environment. So I whatever, but that's why I'm also I'm here, because it's taken me 40 years to actually create that for myself. And I've walked away and been the bigger person for so many things my entire life that I'm not fucking doing it. And so I'm here to tell you guys, look at Master Jesus upside down. We don't always have to forgive. We can forgive ourselves for going through all these things. We can forgive these family members for they know not what they do. They fucking know what they do, bro. You know what you do. You know when something is right or wrong, okay? You know. Intrinsically, it's within our genetics, right? It's within, every animal knows what is right and wrong. You know, it's true. So, you guys, you really have to, just because you forgive something, forgiveness isn't always sometimes there is a lot of justification, and this is where a lot of energy has been stuck and blocked karmatically, traumatically in people's bodies and stored and been passed down through generation and generation and generation, because they haven't actually spoken out about it, because the women in their line have never spoken out about not having rights, or being raped, or being molested, or being having their fathers always walk out, or whatever the key thing is that you keep seeing the pattern, right? That's what you need to speak out about. And you need to say, I chose this path because this, and that's what the ancestors want you to say. And they said, don't forgive everybody. Don't fucking forgive everybody. Not everybody deserves a seat at your table. Not everybody deserves a forgiveness. Forgive yourself for being fooled. Forgive yourself for being loving to those that were trying to use it to their own benefit. You know, you don't have to forgive everybody. You can bless them. I bless you, right? I bless you. I bless you, and I wish you well on your healing journey, but that doesn't mean I have to forgive. It doesn't mean. So sometimes as we speak out upon these things, when we speak out, that's what's healing this ancestral karma. Because we say, it ends here, it ends now, it ends with me. Yeah, and that's where, look at that. That's supreme protection comes in, right? You are protected, cords are being cut, move beyond the limitations. And that's when the hope with the love and acceptance comes in. Now, sorry. Now, something I want to explain to you guys is, like I said, for some of us light warriors, as we're, it's not necessarily cords, it can be connections, right? So we may realize that people that were our friends or our family or whatever are not. So here's something that you guys need to know. sometimes people from our past in our lives hold such a strong, definitive vision of how we were. Hear me out. Let me repeat this. Sometimes people that know us from our past, right, that have known us for a long time, hold such strong visions of us, of who we used to be, that it literally is blocking or fucking up your ability to become this next level or evolved version of yourself in the same reality or realm as them. Because they keep you in this small box. And this happens to be a lot of our closest relatives or families. For many people that suffer from narcissistic parents, like myself, this is a huge thing. Huge. So, your hope comes from understanding, right, that sometimes we have to cut off things that aren't supportive to us, because sometimes people, right, like my family will always see me as this sick, angry 13-year-old, not understanding, like, yes, I was having blood transfusion after blood transfusion because you were causing internal intermittent bleeding because you were stressing me the fuck out and my brain was bleeding. I was having aneurysms and fucking dying. You were literally killing me. Like, yeah, I was probably pretty angry. They were surprised I could even walk, let alone crawl or sit up. The levels, all my vital organs were fucking shutting down, bro. Emergency blood transfusions, like my body shutting down. So what do we learn from this? We learn that that version of ourselves is not the version. That is one fucking chapter or one page in our whole story. But the thing is because people build resentment, people build whatever towards this, right? Towards who they always have seen you or how they always have known you. And some people build this resentment based on what other people have told them about you, right? Fabrication, like fictional characters or stories. And so a lot of people actually do this. And so the reality is, when you go and you're around these people, they always see you as this angry person or as this short person or as this super, they can walk all over you like a doormat, or you're always going to help them. You're going to feel bad and you're going to fucking save them. And when they realize you're not that same motherfucker, they get offended. They get jealous. Why? Because they realize what they're upset about is you did the work and they fucking didn't. And that's the reality, is sometimes you can't be around those people because they're still stuck in the same fucking shit. They're stuck in their own stagnancy, and that is a choice. It's a fucking choice. Okay? It's a choice. But the thing is you can't go and keep that same group of friends or go and spend every holiday with your family if all they do is talk shit and keep you in this lower frequency. You can't do it. You can't ride both sides of the fucking fence. You have to choose. Are you stepping into your new version? And that means anybody that doesn't believe you, anybody that doesn't have faith, anybody that doubts you, anybody that calls you crazy, anybody that says you're on drugs when they're trying to come in and dose you out to fucking rape and murder you, like, you got to say no. Bruh. No. Well, I'm going to call the police. Please call the police because I'm sure you're high on drugs and you got them in your pocket. Do it. Threaten me with a good time. Let me know it's fucking safe outside. Like, don't. It's like this, guys. So you have to understand that, again, don't be fooled. Don't be fooled like by people being like, oh, well, they had this really bad thing and now you need to help me because my thing is more by priority than you or your thing. No. Like, you want to save the world instead of saving your relationship or the person you supposedly love, then fucking go. Go be a hero somewhere the fuck else. Because I'm here to save my fucking self. Ain't nobody else saving me, including you, so the fuck out. Like this. Now, what I was also picking up on, and I have been picking up on for quite some time, is a bunch of stuff that's on the dark web. Okay? For some, They may be running different sites, pornographic sites. They may have posted pornographic videos. These may be private videos, okay? What I was picking up on is for some of you guys, you may have not known that they were recording when you were recording it. And some people could be going away to prison for a very long time. Like, this is like a lock you up and throw away the key. Like, long time. Like, for life. Like, some people can be facing, like, maybe death penalty or something like this. Like, they've been doing some bad things, okay? They have been selling it and running it on the dark web. And for some of them, they've created some types of other accounts. They're selling it, they're running it, they're selling pictures, they're doing OnlyFans. Yeah. Now, for many of you guys, you didn't actually know that. For many of you guys, these karmic psycho fuckers are the ones that actually did this. And they're planting everything back in your name, okay? Or against the collective's name. So hope, love and acceptance. Love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. Choose loving thoughts. So I will go back to choosing loving thoughts. But just so you guys know, what they were telling me is where they put out the hit. There were several people that put out the hit. Okay? They can track the IP addresses. And last piece of information, they have been catfishing. Okay? So for many of you guys that were out there trying to put on the hits or selling the whatever and this and that, and they came in to buy, like, they were probably informants, okay? Just like our buddy Nikki, okay? Just like when you get on the lad report and they want to take you to prison in Thailand and Australia and all these other fucking places, and you get fucking caught, and they say, all right, the only way we're going to let your bitch ass free, because you know your mommy ain't going to pay for you to go to jail again, and you're about to get your ass fucking raped, you know, yeah, then you're willing to go and fucking sell all of your friends out while you're over here looking like you're all perfect, because you know you're dead already. So, choose your friends wisely. Don't pick your friend's nose. And nose should know that ain't your motherfucking friend. And when the witch tells you, who foresees all the features and futures, when the witch tells you what to do and everything she ever told you to do seem to just come to light in truth, and she tells you, tell that motherfucker to leave, you should have fucking kicked him to the curb real quick. Because divine order is in order. Court is in session. Court is in session. And some motherfuckers ain't going to trial. They're just going away for a long time. And it's not going to be one. It's going to be all of them. All of them. Imagine if you're dealing with the hookers and the prostitutes and the drug dealers and the people throwing the secret sex circles, the fucking people doing the black web and the people doing the poker and all these other things, sex trafficking, all of them, while you're out there fucking prostitutes. Imagine that. Should have just anteed up that rent money, huh? Should have shut your fucking mouth. So I stopped opening mine, because divine order and court is in session, bitches. See how that's in purple? Protection. Do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. So some people are upset because they're getting their karma, and that karma is getting served cold, okay? Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. Now imagine one woman might sound crazy, but when you have several of them that you played the same story on, and then they get all their stories and their information together, plus their tax reports and all this other shit, you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised, like, when you're threatening other people's freedom and livelihood, like when that's on the line, you know, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, to be honest, guys, you know, if you're dealing with 50 to 60 fucking people, you know, 12 racks, 15 racks, that's only like $200 or $300 2 or 300 each. That seems like a pretty cheap deal to me. But y'all didn't take it. So now you're going to get taken. Enjoy your parlay today. Schmoochy boochies. See, karma is not a bitch, actually, sirs. Karma is a witch. It's the feminine. You want to defile? Well, that's gonna cost you. You had the option, inside kitty or outside kitty, but you wanted to sit over there running your mouth being a little shitty. Should have been like the itty bitty spider. Climb right back up and stop trying to fight her. But you didn't. And you wanted to protect your boyfriend in it. Who actually just trying, he the one who sold us out and everybody else. Little fucking Nikki. That's why they made that movie about you, because you are the fucking devil. And you know why he did it, you guys? You want to know why he did it? Because only a little bitch wishes that they were a wizard, because they see the power of the witch. So, what do? They wanted to get into a secret society with you. They want to become an upgrade. They want to step into a warlock phase. But guess what? You ain't no fucking warlock if you're selling out somebody's soul. It don't work like that. I just want you to know. But there is a little soul taxation that will come back. You'll have a nice realization that comes with a slap. Smack. Like smack dab in the middle. You'll be crying, singing tunes like this world's smallest fiddle. You can fiddle with your little itty bitty little diddle, but you wanted to fuck just like chess. The game is up. Checkmate. But actually, I prefer cash. Since it's already too late, I think you guys should be kissing my ass. But who am I to say? Just the oracle. Just the one that y'all can't take, but y'all should be praising. Look at that. The Holy Spirit. Expect miracles. Remember that only love is real. Miracles will occur naturally, and Spirit has your back satisfactorily. So, guys, welcome to the Divine Comedy, where we discuss our freedom, which is currently a hot commodity. Sometimes we talk about cards, sometimes we talk about astrology, but you know, what we don't do is make apologies when they're not due. Okay? The water fairy, feelings and emotions. Yeah, people can be over there fucking crying. They can be feeling all kinds of ways. They can feel some type of way. Okay? People be feeling some type of way. They make me feel some type of way. Yeah, that's for sure. Okay. Okay. We got them jumping today. Woohoo! It just flew out. Well, look at that. Here we come. Here we come. 2, 4, 5. Let me get one more. Here we come, guys. Give me 1 second. Amazing. Okay. Give me 2 seconds, okay? I need to get my water. And today, guys, I'm just wearing my cat suit because meow. because I didn't get dressed yet. I only just put this little mask on my hair. I put this strawberries and cream mask. And the reason why I love this color, you guys, is literally because when my curly hair gets curly, like it shouldn't even be like this. It should be crispy. Like there's literally like a leave-in mask in it. So my hair is just curly. It's just getting all curly because I didn't do the hydration until after the color is really soaked in. So I know it'll be like probably a shade lighter. I haven't washed it out. There's like 3 or 4 shades in here. But I love this color because it reminds me of the ocean. And I have still some white and some other colors. And as I evolve, I add more oceanic colors like through the months. And it just looks like fucking crashing waves to me. I love it. That's why. That's why I like this color hair. It just brings me joy. It's like reminds me of being on the ocean. You know, I used to be a captain and spend all my time on the ocean and being very one with it. So when I started doing this aqua or blue hair was really when I lived down in Uluwatu. The ocean down there is like this aqua blue, right? Aqua blue water, something like this. And like the barrels down there in Dreamland, they're just like these barrels, right? And so like that's literally like how I feel like my hair looks, right? Like look at this. I feel like it looks like surf waves, barrels, right? You can't really see because there's all this light. But anyways, that's how it looks to me, and it feels like this. And sometimes like as I have the white, and sometimes other colors, like I'm interested to see how it turns out because I left a bunch of different whites, like some of the white in different places and on the ends and stuff. But it looks like what do you call it? Like the waves crashing or whatever, you know. And they're just like, it's so cool. I don't know. Whatever. There's my little daily happiness of things that make me happy, that make me feel good and like myself. So, what makes you happy, right? Color therapy is a big thing. Also, this color, blue. This is like a teal blue. So as we move through the color spectrum, we can also, there is color therapy, but also on top of that, there is like the colors that are also align with your chakra points, right? So as you're working through or healing different chakra points, right? That's why I put this yellow flower. For my solar plexus, right? As we're moving through healing or working with different blocks or different things that are working in the colors, right? So color therapy. So different colors actually create different responses and make people feel differently. And so that's why I believe in so much color and color therapy. And that's why I like to do different colors and dye my hair, because it makes how other people's energy is receptive to me and how I feel like when I look. Like I forget. Many times I forget until I go to do my hair or look in the mirror. Like now that I have these really cool makeup or whatever, like these mineral eyeshadows, like now it's just fun because I want to be colorful, right? I love color. So now I look in the mirror more every day, but normally no. And so, but the reality is the color creates this feeling within us, right? And so as we're moving from the heart center up to the throat chakra, right? Heart chakra to throat chakra. Heart chakra is green. Throat chakra is like a dark blue. So I feel like the in-between of feeling our emotions and our love and our sensitivity and being able to express it. I guess that's where I feel like the aqua blue kind of sits in, but then I also feel like it's also a color that's also raising, right? Because as indigo gets more flooded with like violet or white lights, it would become more of this type of blue. Now with a lot of the different species, I guess they want me to talk about it, with a lot of the different alien species and things like this, some you will see like this aqua blue, but a lot of them you'll see more of like this color blue. You'll see more of this color blue light, more of like an indigo, like a richer blue color. And like I've seen this, right? Like that's why I got these singing bowls from my girlfriend, because when she used to do the sound healing, right? She would do it. She would do these sessions called LSV. They have this place called Potato Head, and they do light, sound, and vibration. So they put you on a box with like on a waterbed that's heated to your body temperature, and you're on this bass box, right? Like a wooden box where the bass is coming through, and they play a track, and then she does like all the live instruments, and then you do like a closed-eyed meditation, and there's red and white lights that do different sequencing that's actually like dancing on your eyelids that's causing different stuff. Now, when I would go in and do it with higher level beings, right? With beings that I felt more galactic connection to, what I would get a lot of is this colors, these purples and the indigos, and I would see a lot of, I don't know why they want me to share this, but I'm going to share it. I would see a lot of these beings, like these blue light beings, like more, some of them are short, but like most of them are like taller or longer, like more skinny or elongated. And not super dense, right? Like light beings, right? And what they would do is they would come and they would be doing like repairs, right? Like DNA upgrades or repairs, body like maybe light code activation, something like this. But I would see them and it would always be like this. And one of the last times that I went over there, one of the last times that I went over there, I think it was with my ex, because he's like more of a galactic mind, right? He hasn't been this is like his first incarnation, but like after being gone off the planet for a really long time. And so the last time that I think I brought him in there, because when there's different people, different different levels of consciousness and expansion creates a different scenario, because you're tapping in to subconscious. You're dropping into delta and theta state, right? You're dropping in. And so I had this really interesting experience and visual. And what it was is they were like, many times they were doing like what seemed like surgery or upgrading, right? But then this last time they were like taking me, and I was like, I couldn't understand because I was laying down, but they were all like alkylating me, and there was like all of them, they were bringing me like through this hall, like out of somewhere, and I was like, am I dying? Like, is this a funeral procession? And they were like, yes, but no, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, it was almost like someone was like, maybe someone that was in a higher like high priestess level or something was passing, and they were like maybe like bringing me into that position. It was like a death and a rebirth, and I was like, is this my death and rebirth? And to some extent they were like kind of like, yeah, but basically I was this light, this royalty. Like, it was very clear that I was being like honored and celebrated, and like everybody was there, because I was like, what's going on? Like, are they doing medical experiments? Am I in a court session, you know? And so there's lots of different galactic makeup, right, that we come from, and not everybody is part of the hybrid program, but there's lots of different galactic makeups and energies that we come from and that we can tap into. And as we heal some of these ancestral, like the stuff that's more of the dense third density stuff, then we can move forward to actually being able to tap in. Some of it is much older. Some of it we're carrying, like for me, I understand, like I'm carrying and healing ancestral trauma from before, when the planet Lyra was destroyed. You know, like a long, like, I don't know, like billions or trillions of years ago, right? So the interesting thing is when I would go back by myself, I wouldn't experience the same thing. So, and it would be different people. I would experience different things, but it was really trippy. It's like a very interesting psychedelic experience. If anybody's ever done any type of psychedelics or something like that, it's basically like that. It's like a total trip. It looks like a bit of a, it looks like looking at a bit of a kaleidoscope, and it's really trippy because it's just white and red lights, and literally like unlocks different things of the subconscious. So I really believe that this is like our further way of healing. Like we're tapping into this higher level of knowledge. We're finding these new ways. We're realizing that as we're working and we're healing and we're evolving, right, we're realizing what is our happiness, and our happiness is being more organically connected to source, right? And so that's what a lot of these people have been. You thought that they are making a leap of faith, or that they're doing something good, but it's like they're fake. It's like they're fake doing something good, and maybe that's why this is upside down, because they didn't actually make the commitment to doing this thing. They're just pretending to. And so this is a really interesting concept, because what they're telling me is basically like, these people that are stuck in this lower frequency, that are dealing with this third density, the heaviness of this third density, are stuck with all these demonic entities. Now, some of them openly welcome the demonic entities into their bodies or beings, okay? Hence why I block them from being able to come near me. Number one. Number two, some of them is actually like, for instance, they are so caught in the third density, in the physical, that's what they're about. It's like this reptilian energy, okay? And I'm not saying all reptilians are bad. I'm not saying that they can't evolve. I'm not saying that, okay? What I am saying is, it's this base level, like the reptilian part of our brain, this base level physical satisfaction, where it's like, I want to fuck, I care about how I look, I care about how other people view me, I care about having money and gaining power and gaining possessions or whatever. And so this is that very stuck in physical, like they care about what other people think instead of taking care for their partner, or taking care for themselves, or like they care more about the attention. So it's all this very third density. So that's where a lot of these narcissistic people are existing, and they don't want to stay stuck in third density. Third density is hell. That's hell. Third density is actually hell, okay? They don't want to stay there, but they know that they fucked up, because they thought that they could always just come back to collective and hop right back on and fucking get on the ship for free without doing the work. Now, these are lazy people. These are people that chose to not make the commitment because they thought that they could just fucking hop on your coattails or not do the work. They're not making it. They're staying in the third density, okay? And be aware that they want to hop your spaceship, your physical temple, okay? Whether that's through sex, drugs, frustration, anger, like just whenever you get these feelings or these thoughts of these people that drive you crazy or whatever like this, like breathe. Or, I go to the singing bowls, like, but if you need to fucking scream or stomp or dance or turn up some music or hum, sometimes you can hum, like when I hear like any type of ringing or something like this, I do until I get a louder frequency than what I'm hearing, because it's something that you are going to experience, okay? If you are a chosen one, you are experiencing these are different than normal ascension symptoms, okay? They're not the same. You're not feeling the same. You're probably feeling very tired, okay? Feeling a bit tired. You may be feeling like for many of you guys, it's like you're hungry or you're starving, but it's like nothing really tastes or seems right. Like things kind of are feeling a bit off. Like drink more water, electrolytes, like coconut water, coconuts with the lime. Put the lime in the coconut. That's actually like medical. That's great. It's helping your system. It's helping to raise your electrolytes and balance your pH. It's doing a lot, okay? So, also you could put a little sea salt in there. Not a lot. It will give you the shits, but a little bit. So that's what it is, it's your body saying, I don't want these old. So you have to understand, some of these demonic entities, they're all parasitic. So some of it can be addictions to sugar, to coffee, to soda, to whatever these weird things are. These are all lower frequencies. If you are addicted, if you have an addiction, if you have something that is controlling over you, that is manipulation or control. Whether it's a narcissist or a fucking chocolate, you gotta fucking get that under control. That's you. You're the master of your reality. So if something as small as, corn sites or fucking chocolate is, or your friend saying for you to do this, or you're just seeing a fucking young underage pussy, like whatever, like, know that choices have consequences, okay? In the real world, choices have consequences. And if you didn't choose the more loving, healthy, clean, organic path, then you're going to stay hidden in this familiar hell, and you have created that for yourself, okay? All the negativity and all the things that you're experiencing right now is things that you did to yourself, okay? For whoever that is from. For many of you guys, there will be somebody, and this could also be you, ready to make this leap of faith, okay? You have moved away from the fools, and you are now in this space of happiness. You are loving it. You have committed to being healthy, to being clean, to higher knowledge. You have removed yourself and everything else that was around you that was creating toxic patterns, toxic relationships, toxic environments, habits, whatever. You guys did that. You went, you found, I searched to find the light within. But I came back to let you know, got a thing for you, and I can't let go. All right. So for some of you guys, this person, somebody, may have actually done their work, and it may have made them stronger. This bad, whatever, this karma or this situation or whatever, you collapsed in them, collective, maybe by speaking the truth, maybe by somebody else speaking the truth. Maybe they went and spoke the truth and let their whole world crumble because they realized, I should just be strong like collective. Why am I over here being a bitch? My whole life is falling apart. I should listen. Yeah, should. But you didn't. Should have listened. Should have listened. And now they're over here like, fuck. I thought I was getting all this love and attention, but I ain't got no love to give. Because they weren't trying to come to bring love. They're just mad because they missed their opportunity because they thought they were always going to have that opportunity, and they're sitting there like a little bitch crying. So now, for many of you guys, this person, there's different people now. Stay with me here. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Not everything is for you. You're going to know exactly what is for you. For some of you guys, this person, this lover that's coming in, this real lover, is actually that you know, you may have broke them down. Some shit that you may have said may have broken them down. It may have made them stronger, this better, more, this person, right? And now, they're not trying to come in with this offer of love or treat you as a missed opportunity. They're not trying to keep you hanging. They're like, listen, I'm fucking coming in hot. Like, I'm coming in. I know the action I want to take. You are my future. You are my fortune. And together, we're going to create these creative projects. We're going to break these old fear or lack or whatever. And we're going to heal this. Okay, I'll show you guys yeah. And we're not going to have to work as hard as we've been working because we already put in our work. We already put in the work. Now it's all just going to come to us. For some of you guys, you may have already put in the work, and now what's happening is because of your devotion to the divine, to the higher, they're basically going to make you rich and famous or whatever. Something like this is what I'm kind of picking up on. Take what resonates, okay? Maybe just all these people that have been fighting you, right, are now about to have to, cha-ching, pay me. Fuck you, pay me, bitch. You want to fight about it? You want to start a fight? I don't think so. Fuck you, pay me. BBHMM, right? Bitch better have my money. Said, pay me what you owe me. You ain't my fucking homie. You ain't gonna be in my home, G. Where did that get you? When you should have been offering a gift or an apology, you came in starting a fight, and where did that get you? That probably got them not just abandoned by you, but now they're going to be losing a whole lot more. They might be losing their friends. They might be losing their house. For some of them, they may actually be losing somebody very close to them or something very close to them because they didn't want to say the truth, because they didn't want to apologize. They're going to lose their stability. And they're not going to be able to get over it. And this is their karma, because they could not come in and be strong and supportive for collective, because they were on their own fucking shit. They're going to have this nightmare forever, literally. They're a tower, like everything. They're going to have a never-ending amount of work that never gets them anywhere. Everything they do is just not going to work out. And they're going to be over here like, fuck, I'm missing every opportunity. I'm not getting any love. I can't give any love because I'm fucking locked up. Don't know what to do. I tried to kill the Empress, but that wasn't the move. That wasn't the move. Now you're just over there with a broken heart. Broken hearted. And the Empress don't care. She's like, and this, for many of you guys, when they came back, for some of you guys, you could have had, like I had the other day, like they came back to collective and try to be like, la 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 la, but they just fucking fought. They just fought with you because they want to hold on to their ego more and miss the opportunity by having a fucking attitude, right? And they're over here like, how can you didn't love me? How can you just move on? How can I just move on? Like, how can you just take somebody's life that's creative, helping the whole world, to pay your fucking drug debts and your prison time debts? Like, that's how my heart ain't broken. That's how I got the fuck over it real fucking quick, okay? I got over it real quick. I'm like, listen, I'm gonna be over here working on some other shit. Thanks. No thanks. With your fake ass passion, your fake ass King of Wands, just trying to keep you hung up. That's what they're trying to do. These narcissistic people, they may pretend like they have passion, but they didn't put in work. They didn't make the commitment. They ain't trying to. They just want to fuck you. No kissing and loving, boy. They got a husband or boyfriend or whatever. For many of them, they're already married, the justice, okay? For many of them, they going away. They may be losing their marriage. They may be losing their house. They may be losing their car, their business, their life. They're going to be over here crying about all these other fucking people when they should have just had justice. But you know, you do you. You do you. You do you. Like I told you, fool. You want protection? Then you choose your side. You serve the queen or you get used to the clean, okay? Clean up, crew. I'll too. Yeah, and there's no choice. They're out of choices. Checkmate. No more decisions. No more decisions. I'm not a doctor, I'm a surgeon. I cut with precision. I'm not a doctor, I don't have patience. I don't know what you're sitting here wasting my time for. I'm more of a surgeon. I like sharp. I like sharp things. I cut with precision. I get to the point. No improvisation. I'm here to get straight to the joint. Some of you guys, yeah, they're going to the joint. Okay? In the clinker. They may be going away for a long, long time. Yeah, they sure as fuck ain't coming anywhere. They going real quick. Their luck has run out. For many of you guys, they could have had somebody in the justice system. Like I said before, this came through before. Someone was fucking a judge or a lawyer or something like this, and they've either died or been retired or just got caught. Right? They got caught in the middle of all of this. And for some of you guys, for some of them, they could have actually paid. They could have paid to help them get them out, but they already knew when they accepted your payment that wasn't the case. For many of you guys, you paid somebody to help with a visa or a company, some type of legal documentation, which they actually fucking stole from you, and it's now fraudulent. So you will be going down with them, okay? This is, for some of you guys, it can be a lawyer, it can be a notary, some type of an agent that was immigration, insurance, somebody that said that they knew people in the legal or justice system, and like those people are long gone and they fucking took you for your money and they out of here. They already gone. Now, many of them, they might not have gotten far. They might have just gotten locked up, don't know what to do. Locked up, they might be calling, messaging you like, hey. Okay? Chain of fools. Like I said, $200 to $300 a pop. A person seemed like a really good out when it's a whole row of dominoes about to come crashing down. But what do I know? I'm just the Queen of Swords. I'm just out here feeling a little bored because you put me here on house arrest. So now I got nothing left but to talk and to chop until I Lorena Bobbitt that shit right the fuck off. Until I find that the temperance in time has a line. Damn, this Queen of Wands, she going down. This Jezebel, this little whore. For many of you guys also, what I was picking up on is somebody could have gotten somebody pregnant. Somebody got somebody pregnant that's actually underage. Now, I don't know that they're extremely underage. They may be like 16 to 18. But not quite 18. And when you're pushing 50, that's what they call statutory. You're gonna be going away for a really long time, so should have sent that champagne, should have sent that wine, should have sent an offering of love while you still had time. But cry there if you must, be the victim. You're only sad because you got caught. Someone's only sad because they got busted. They don't actually feel bad. They don't actually feel bad for their lack of healing and their lack of following their passions, right? So again, Queen of Wands in reverse is the same King of Wands in reverse. This is a fuckboy. And then not a fuckboy. This is a whore. This is somebody that is taking their passions. So this is an addict. This is a junkie. This is a whore. This is someone that is and maybe has really dark sexual whatever that they're hiding. Again, maybe they like girls. Maybe they like little girls. Maybe they like schoolgirls or whatever. And that's what they've been hiding. Like, they didn't do it like, I'm healing, I'm this magical person. Nah, bitch. Nah, bitch. And a lot of people are never going to look at you the fucking same either. They're not going to look at you the same. They're going to see you for what you are. He's a devil in disguise. He's been taking people's lives and fortunes and houses and intellectual property. Taking people's hopes and dreams and money. Fuck you, that shit ain't funny. You can stay in mental torture, honey. Play the victim, but you created the situation. Okay? You didn't make the right decision. You chose the wrong. Okay, for whoever this is for, and you know it's for you. You made the wrong decision. You chose the wrong person, and now you're going to end up in prison. Probably a bunch of you all. I'm hearing like 20 to 30, so I don't know if that's 20 to 30 people or 20 to 30 years. 30 to life. Whatever that means. Shouldn't have been dirty and cheated on your wife. That could change your life. Ruin my day and I'll ruin your night. Ruin my birthday and I'll ruin your lives. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday, you fake ass king. Happy birthday, not to thee. Yeah, we're devil slaying, we're demon slaying. So a lot of the people out here that are light warriors and light beings, we are literally consistently on spiritual warfare, just fighting demons. And you got to understand, that's why I started this conversation with this, is not all of the demons are yours. Like, thank you very much. Have a nice fucking day. I'm not, like, I grew up on Ghostbusters, but like, I ain't here to do your exorcisms of your fucking demons that you didn't deal with. Thank you. Have a nice fucking day. You want some help? I do classes. I do sessions. Okay? I do sessions. I start at about $300 an hour. Okay? Sometimes that's only about 45 minutes. But you want to do your work? schedule a fucking session. Now, for all the people that are actually trying to call me and email me, newsflash, actually, whoever has been hacking my computer and all the situation, they put all of my shit on sleep mode. So actually nobody can call me or contact me. And I know that they've been catching and blocking my bank accounts, my emails, my cards. I saw today that they're trying to use my credit card to send. The thing is, you put an address, you dumb bitches. What the fuck is wrong with people? So anyways, if you're sending me mail, like whatever, if you're trying to call me or do whatever, you know, you got to make that come through us. I'm sorry, there was a 2 of cups. You got to make it come through a certain spot. Now, no, because I did see the 2 of cups and now I see the Ace of Cups in reverse. No, you guys, many of you guys have to know that some people are our soulmates, but their soul contract, know when it's over. Know when it's over. We're not fighting to, we're not in survival mode anymore. We're out of this space, okay? If people can't rise to meet you, then they can skeet. Boo. That's it. I'm not lowering my vibration to get into your fucking situation. No. Not today, Satan. Not today. I'm out of here. And my real soulmate and the real people that are my soul family, they on their way. They're on the way, okay? But you have to make the space, okay? You have to let what's dead be dead. Let it be dead. Don't try to balance it out. Don't try to put more work and effort and money and energy into it because there once was some fucking passion. No, bro, that was a fuckboy. That's the devil. That's the devil trying to keep you down. What do they say? Misery loves company. That's why a happy person connected into their own spirituality is happy the fuck to be alone. You know who's you need number 1 demonic person. They can't be alone. If they can't be alone with themselves, with their own thoughts, they are fighting demons that you better fucking 10-foot pole the fuck away. Like go to another planet. They're fighting demons you don't want to fucks with, okay? Just so you know. Just so you know. We're not playing around. We're not hanging here. We're not stagnant. It's like we're on the forefront, okay? For some of the people, they're going to become food or soil. Like I said, mass extinction. For the other people, we will rise. It's like the Hopi Indians have the prophecy that comes in. It's saying those who are pure of heart and mind and that are one with nature and understand her. She. Mother Nature, go figure, they will walk through to the 5th or 6th, the 6th world or whatever it is. Bro, ancient people like aren't prophesying shit from fucking nowhere, bro. Like, I'm sorry, but like I believe the Indians, I believe the Mayans, I believe everybody else over anybody that's in Catholicism or Christianity because they are patriarchal controlled religions. So maybe what I should do is I was thinking about creating a class. So normally I do only private one-on-one sessions, but I've been feeling called to do like smaller groups or sessions, to do like little mini class. And I was really thinking about doing one on making the transition from religion into spirituality, because I feel like there's a lot of people that are like, well, I still pray and I still believe that there's a God or something bigger, but I don't know that I'm on board with all this crazy religious shit that I was like, you know, because many people were raised like Catholic or Protestant or Christian or Jewish or Jehovah's Witness or Mormon or whatever, right? Like there's so Lutheran, whatever, there's so many different forms of the same patriarchal thing coming to religion down. Muslim, right? So all of these are very masculine, patriarchal based religion systems. And so that's why religion is opium for the masses, to control, to tell people this is what you do. You keep women down, because if women are up, then they can't be building and harvesting, right? They harvest energy, women's energy, life force, creation energy itself, by keeping them feeling like they're not good enough, they're incapable, they are nothing but a fucking breeding ground. That they're crazy, that they're this, So anyways, we're not doing that. Not today, guys. 0%, not today. Classy block on that. So let's see. For many of you guys, the water fairy, feelings and emotions. For many of you guys, you may be experiencing strong emotions. Maybe getting your emotions under control have become a better thing for you, something you've been working for. For many of you guys, movement. You may, energy of 9. You may be moving somewhere. You may be traveling somewhere. You may also have, you may find, for some of you guys, it can be some type of sport, some type of water, connection in the water, swimming, maybe water skiing, surfing, I don't know, you're gonna know. For some of you guys, you're actually moving location, that you can be moving house, you can be moving city, you can be moving state, okay? Why? Because this is 9, so this is completion. For some of you guys, you may actually be figuring out a way to express or to do some type of healing work. Maybe it's like somatic dance or movement, something like this, through movement. And as you're doing that and you're working and you're expanding this through movement, you may find more joy. That may bring you, for many of you guys, you may be coming into callings that are going to take you traveling around to different places or states or countries, maybe around the world. You may be, for some of you guys, you may be teaching this movement or speaking, okay? You want to go, for many of you guys, you may be advocating for maybe, it could be for like how money is spent, or how work or money, how things are spent or how things are done. You could be advocating for some type of human rights or equal rights, something like this. I'm not sure, but yeah, this reciprocity with the apprentice. For many of you guys, like me, I really feel that I will create, I will try to create, like, maybe I'll do like a poll and see like who wants to sign up for the different courses. But I would like to create also, I've been working on it for years, a course about like maybe like an embodied divine masculine, right? Like how do we acknowledge, like how do we step into this, whether we're a woman trying to balance the masculine or whether we're a masculine attempting to figure out how to step into embody that. Because a lot of the programming, right, a lot of the manipulation of the matrix has programmed men to be like this. A lot of religion and a lot of other things have programmed guys to be like this. Now, am I making an excuse for every guy? No, because it's like when you heal, when you hurt, when something happens, it's your choice to heal. It's your choice to do the work, right? It's your choice to be active or not. Like, you can blame everything that happened, right? Like, I could sit here and have a tantrum that my parents, blah, 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 but I'm not. I'm sharing my story. Why am I sharing my story? Not to bitch or complain. Just to be clear with people, I share the story because when I speak out on behalf of myself and my ancestors, I allow that speech and I allow that frequency to be in the collective for people to speak up. You know how many people message me in the last whatever, like, because they actually never expressed, they didn't know that they were actually being sexually assaulted or sexually abused. Like, they didn't know many of these things. They didn't know that they were in these situations with narcissistic abuse. Why? Because I spoke up about it, and they're like, oh my God, I just thought that's what being a single woman, I just thought that's what being a woman or whatever was. No, it's not. It's not being single and alone. It's about being protected. It's about unifying with the whole community, right? It's about this partnership. It's about understanding that as we put things back into the place where they belong, like how to help, like what's solutions, right? I'm a solution specialist, like how to help men to know how to treat women better, how to create more respect, or right? And that this all comes from embodying the divine masculine. So there's just a lot of things we have to unlearn, you know. Don't beat yourself up for it, forgive yourself, but you do have to actually do the work. You can't just complain, you know. And that's like something that I actually say all the time. It's like, well, everybody's just a product of their own environment. It's like, no, fuck you, dude, because I see everybody else that was in my environment. And they were angry and liars and thieves and abusive and terrible fucking people. And I'm nothing like them because I saw what they were and I chose to be nothing like them. I worked my ass off to be nothing like them. Sometimes people don't show you like what you love to see in them. Sometimes they show you everything that you will never be because you see it and you feel it, because you feel things so intensely you're fucking disgusted. You know? Like, how I feel things is like, basically, like, you guys ever seen the, they want me to give this reference, the Guardians of the Galaxy, right? Like the mantis girl, you know how she touches them and she can like feel and whatever? It's like, that's how I am, but I don't have to touch somebody. All I have to do is like, touch the realm where they're at. Think about them, or they think about me, or they start talking about me and they come through the field real loud. But I can feel it. And that's why I just be cutting, like I keep the boundaries and cut a lot of shit out. So for some of you guys, you can be moving, you can be creating this other thing of movement, joy, okay? This is also the energy, this is also the energy of 10, so starting and beginning, okay? So as you step out, so for some of you guys, the movement can be just making this leap of faith, being like, I'm going to do what makes me happy now. What makes me happy is actually to make a commitment to either a person, myself, my inner light, something that brings out this light, okay? Because when you do that, that's when the actual other partner, the lover, the community, the job, the whatever, the wheel of fortune turns, and that's when you get it, right? When you finally have committed to saying, I'm moving out of the same old cycle. And that's when you start to create and to manifest and to bring all that into play, right? After this movement has happened, and that's when you're in this state of joy. You're experiencing this happiness, right? You're like, yes, this is actually what makes me happy. And as you're doing that, you're telling the universe, I want more of the things that make me happy, not more of the manipulative psychopaths. I want this thing makes me happy. I like to do this. That's why it's like, even though I love creating, and I know that creating and sewing and making stuff would ultimately bring happiness, it also takes a lot of energy. Does it take more energy than channeling spirits? I'm not exactly sure, but the reality is if I'm not happy and feeling love and motivated, like, I don't want to create art. I can't create my art if I don't have love to create with it. And what I don't want to do is transmute any of that dark, like, succubus energy into art. Now, that's something that we normally do like to do, you know, is transmute it. But the guides were very clear that this energy was not meant to be transmuted. It would be dissipated by higher authorities, by cosmic court, by cosmic jurisdiction. So not to take it away, because sometimes when we transmute other people's traumas and other people's energy, we're doing the work for them. We're enabling them. And now we're just fucking them up, number one, because they're not cashing in the lessons that they signed to be here. And what happens is when you do that, you actually take on their karma. When you try to help somebody, relieve them of the karma that was theirs, when you try to save somebody's ass when it wasn't your space, you take on their karma. And that's exactly what happened with me, and that's why I never again. I'm looking for my happy ending. I don't need to worry about a missed opportunity, because I know that my real happy ending, my joy, right, ain't gonna miss me, right? Can miss me with the bullshit, but not with that. So this spider, creative projects, 15, so 6. So this person that comes in, this new person, this new job, this new project, whatever it is, creative project. For many of you guys, it can be a creative project. For many of you guys, you may do some type of weaving or sewing or crocheting, okay? You may work with some type of materials or tapestry, or this could be part of the creative project. Now, this is a project I think that you will be working on with this partner, with this lover, okay? This is something that together you guys will be able to create or build, okay? And this is a different type of web. This isn't a web of lies. This is a web like that will protect and hold and keep strong, okay? It's a different type of energy. Why? Because it's coming with the lovers, okay? So now, we have fear, okay, guys? 12, so this is the energy of 3. Okay, so when we focus, or when we keep these fear states, right? It's like they try to come over here and be like, blah, 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 I'm gonna bring all these people and ruin your life. Like, fucking, you've been saying that for like 5 months. Do it so we can move past, so I know what the next move is. Like, I ain't afraid. And before, they were banking and feeding off of the fear, right? Yeah, 13 or 12, which is a 3. So they were manifesting their things, their energy. They were sucking your life force energy by harvesting off of your fear. They were manifesting the things that they want, so you weren't getting them, and they were doing it off of your own fear and your own energy. Imagine that. That's how it works, you guys. So the stag, pride and leadership. Again, for many of you guys, you can be coming into this very intense divine union. This is very indicative of divine masculine, okay? 17, this is energy of 8. So those that have put in the work, the masculines that have actually put in the work, are going to get the abundance as the reward, okay? Look at that. When we step out of the fear, the wheel of fortune will turn in our fate, and the stag, we go into pride and leadership. When we take pride and we step into having pride, whether someone else might not like us or not later, it doesn't matter. When we step into pride and we step out of fear, that's when the wheel turns, okay? And the stag, the pride, the leadership. So this is divine masculine with the Empress. So he is going to protect, he is going to lead, she is going to nurture and develop, and what do you call it? Not digest, what do you call it? Gestation. I'm like, why can't I remember? Traumatic brain injury. I have new brain, okay? So tell us what this, tell us more about this movement. Okay, for some of you guys, you may or may not be making any movements. They may not, or it may not be far, okay? There's 2 things I'm picking up here. For many of you guys, it may not be far. It may be more of a metaphorical thing where you're actually moving past some problem or situation, right? You're moving. Now, for others of you, it's like you may just be moving. You may be moving to another house in the same area, or it's like you're not going somewhere far, but you are going to somewhere safe. For many of you guys, can I say it? No. For many of you guys, you may be relocated, okay? You may be relocated to somewhere more safe with people that love you, not people that are abandoning you, okay? And for some, the movement may not necessarily be you, but it may be this other person, okay? It may be this other person coming towards you. Hold on, give me 1 second. All right, guys, my bad. I cannot. It's like I'll put on a dress. Okay, it's too. It's getting hot. So I live in Bali, where there's subtropic climate, and even though you see the wind, it's like the middle, it's like the heat of the day. So anyways, I just wanted to like do a quick little, put on my dress. This is a cool dress, okay. This was a gift from a place, from these people over in Java, which I'm actually wondering now if the girl that used to run Ritual Clothing, what was her name, Jillian, if those people didn't actually put, they did put black magic on her. She might be part of some of those really talented designers that come out here and just get off and get their designs and everything stolen from them. Imagine that. People trying to take over. They're fighting because they ain't got no ability to make the creativity, because they're just running off of stolen identities, huh? They ain't got no action because they ain't got no talent. Their talent is fucking people over. Maybe just fucking people. I don't know. I take it as it resonates. Okay, guys, let me just get here. Where's my little kitty? She's all over there. She loves to follow me around. So, happy wife, happy life. Many of you guys are finally coming into this emotional contentment. What was I saying before I walked away? Oh yeah, for you guys, someone may be moving towards you, okay? So, can we get another card on this movement, please? With this Six of Swords and Ace of Cups. Yeah, this person is making moves towards you because they want to figure out how to make it reciprocal for you, and they want to work with you, okay? They may even be saying, they may even have maybe some investors or other people that would like to work with you as well. But this, again, this is something that you may experience a lot of feelings or emotions around. So it's something that you need to really, what I'm picking up on, collective, is it something that you need to, hold your ground, okay? Hold your ground and know what is worth keeping and what is worth ending. So for some of you guys, you may have two different offers, okay? There may be two different offers. Now the karmic, some type of karmic or some type of people trying to fuck you up, okay? Two energies, two main really energies. I mean, there's a few. But some people may be trying to come in and take what you have, okay? Try to convince you all this because they just want to own or control you. And when they do that, when you're signing the contracts, it's not going to be in your favor. So make sure you read the fine print because they're going to try to take you for everything. Now, other people, they are doing their best, okay? They're doing their best, okay, to not take control. So for some of you guys, there may be a little bit of you may need to relinquish some control in order to travel around the world or to complete something. You may need to you may need to relinquish a little bit of control, but also to become more globally whatever, there may be something that like a way or a reason or whatever, like I don't know, that you may have to let go of, okay? I'm not sure what this is. For some of you guys, for instance, let's say, you only like to, let's say you only like to make bathing suits or something like this, but they're like, yeah, but you got to let go of only doing these colors, or you know what I'm saying? Like something like this. And you're like, you got to let go of like being stuck on this color palette or whatever else it is, right? And there's just I'm just sharing, but whatever it is, there's something that you may get over emotional about. Now for some of you guys, this can be a place, a house, a location, a business, friends, something like this, something that may make you a little bit emotional, okay? Tell me about this spider and creative projects with the lovers. Okay. You have a lover here or a lover entering that is going to defend your creative projects to the end, okay? They are going to help you to create them. They actually know that you're the magician, but they may be coming in like the magician, or they may have been, maybe they have a magic trick you know, or maybe they are feeling bad because they haven't made any moves until now, and they're just been overthinking, or maybe they didn't make the right move, and maybe they decided to stay stagnant and to hold on to something else to make the wrong choice here, where they thought they could be the magician, they thought that they could defend somebody else over the divine feminine and the creative project, and they thought that they could fucking manipulate and control that. That's why he came out upside down. But they couldn't. For many of you guys, these crazy people that have been trying to hold you up, that have been preventing your magic or your forward movement, right? They are about to be held up. They are about to be going crazy. They are about to be stuck and stagnant. They are about to not be able to leave. They are about to be scared, and they are about to be locked up. Okay? Because they defended somebody else and they were not defending you. Now for others, this creative project, now I don't know why you guys, this person, now there's multiple people, so I'm going back and forth from an amazing lover that's coming to offer you something that's going to bring you security, okay, that has enough wealth, security, can take you places, is ready to make moves to go places, okay, wherever you want, whatever you want, whenever, wherever, whatever is what I'm hearing. And so this one is ready to protect you and defend you in all of your creative projects. They think you are the most creative, most passionate person, and they are going to defend that. For some of them, they may have given up their job or a location. They may have given up something to invest in your creative project. You know, all the horns honking. For some of you guys, they may have done that. They may have invested in your creative project, or they may want to invest in your creative project. And if that means they sell a car or a house or leave a place, like, they're going to do it. This fool is going to do it. Whatever it takes to make it happen, okay? They're going to do it. So this is the divine masculine. Tell us more about the creative projects, please. Now, this is something that you maybe tried to do before, okay? That is not quite a missed opportunity, but it is something that you're revisiting. It is something that you're revisiting because it's something that maybe the other partner or other people didn't help and didn't support, okay? And that's why this person is like, I'm going to defend this. I'm going to defend the fuck out of it, whatever I have to use. They don't care. They don't care if they have to use magic. They don't care if it costs money, if it costs work, they don't care. They don't care. They're investing, okay? They want to invest in you. Okay, for some of you, messages, okay? You may have been waiting on a message for a long time, waiting for this wish fulfillment to finally come through, okay? You may have even been considering, do I need to take a new path? Is this path dead and over with? Like, I'm not even sure. Like, did I choose the wrong path? Do I need to start over? But many of you guys, because you're just willing, because you've surrendered maybe to the higher, to the divine, right? You're just like, all right, I don't want to take a new path, but if I got to start over, I guess, give it to me. Make sure I got my sword so I can chop the head where it's necessary. Now, for many of you guys, these people who didn't choose to be on your side or your team, or to take the path that you maybe have enlightened them out or guided them towards, they will be getting a rule or a judgment, and their path will be ending. Okay? So this could have to do, again, with court situations, okay? She is not looking very forgiving, and next to the death, I would say you didn't win, okay? Didn't win. You're going nowhere fast. So for some of you guys that did try to take other people's, that try to hold up, for anybody that actually tried to hold up the connection or the conversation or the communication of this divine connection, that's going to cost you. You're going to be going nowhere real fast, okay? For some of you guys, they can be dying. This can be death to people that they know or love. So now what will happen is, if you like to try to sell and trade somebody's souls, what they will start doing is they're going to take your mama, they're going to take your doggy, they're going to take your brother, your uncle, your sister, your cousin, your child, because what you said is, I will happily sell a soul or a body for money or payoff. So they're just like, okay, you will? Then we're going to take that out of your ass because you wrote checks that you can't cash. So now they're going to take your mama or your baby or your doggy or your daddy. They're going to do it. The divine ain't fucking. Like I said, this is cosmic court. Okay? And where you were lying and hiding and being deceptive, like that, you can't hide. You cannot hide deception from the divine. You can bark and scream and yell and pitch a fit all you want. You can play victim all you want. You can sit here and fucking cry all night all you want. But you lied. You did that. You caused your own problem by not keeping your own fucking legs closed. By not keeping your dick in your pants. You created the imbalance. So for many of you guys, there's also somebody who tried to come back in, okay? They tried to deceive you and come back in this loving way because they wanted to give you some type of fucking disease or kill you. That was actually their intention, okay? They were pretending to make balance, but they weren't trying to make balance. They wanted to fuck you over. For many of them, they wanted to fuck you and record it, maybe drug you, rape you, fuck you. Yeah. Maybe even sell you to a, well, I was picking up on all week, which I haven't really said, that they wanted to come in, that they were going to try to come in or break in, that they were going to try to attack people in their sleep. Either that or give them some type of intravenous injection that would make them like too fucked up. And then they were going to record and rape and fuck and sodomize and do all of this. And that's why I'm saying this is a sensitive thing. But they want me to fucking say it, so I'm going to say it. They said, you see it, you say it. So they were trying to do that, and then what they were trying to do is basically like set collective up as if they had maybe drugs, or because they were trying to make it porn or sell it on the black web as if you were a whore. They were also trying to reinfect you. For many of them, they want to infect you with fucking HIV because they all fucking got it. This sex cult ring, they all fucking got it along with a bunch of other stuff. And they're like, wait a second. What happened? Feminine Collective had it, but she somehow healed it. And the syphilis. And the fucking other 3 things. You sick fucks. Because I'm divinely protected. Now for many of you guys, that's what they wanted to do. Now for others, they wanted to do that and they were going to sell collective to sex trafficking, okay? For many of them, they want to sell you, or they may be selling your child or something like this. Now, like, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I'm just the fucking messenger to do this. Or they may have done that from a very young age. Now, to many of you guys, that may have happened to you, and I'm sending you so much love. If your parents were selling you for sex or sex trafficking you or anything like that, please reach out, you know? Please reach out. And even if that means you want to send me an email and share your story, that's cool. That's cool, you know? Like, the reality is like, this is something very, and this was somebody very close to them, someone they considered family. So this is a lover, a brother, a sister, a mother, a father, an uncle, you know, a best friend. This is somebody, and because they owed money, they're out of options. They've been waiting and waiting and waiting. They were banking maybe on your death. Maybe many of them had made an insurance policy that they fucking already cashed out that they can't actually get, and they're losing their stability, okay? For many of you guys, it can be an older figure like a mother or an auntie, something like this. They can have done something like this. Now, I want to be really real. Like, I had an interesting channel about that my mother and my auntie actually had did like some type of reading or talked to some type of spirits when I was young, which actually told them I was going to have the ultimate happy ending of love, this love story, and I was going to be rich and I was going to be famous. And so they've literally made it their life's mission to put black magic and to fucking pull the rug out from under me every time. Well, now you know what? I'm going to pull the rug right the fuck out from under you guys and put you on serve. I'm going to serve you the fuck up for Christmas dinner, for every fucking terrible holiday and every shitty thing. You know, you try to fucking delete my book, you try to fuck up my computer, you try to kill me, you try to do all these things. But now, I'm gonna write the book later because I'm just delivering the message verbally every day because people have, just like me, aesthetic They like aesthetics. So why wouldn't I show them so they can see the full expression? So they can muscle test it, so they can polygraph it or whatever the fuck they need to do, because they know I ain't lying. I may be a lot of things. A panther or a tiger, maybe even a puma. But not a lion. I may be more of a truth teller, a whistleblower. And I'm gonna get what's coming to me, and I don't give a fuck. You guys could be fighting amongst yourselves. Enjoy. And that's what many of these people are doing. They're fighting amongst themselves because they realize they have to ante up. They realize that this King of Cups wasn't actually in love. They weren't actually over there. They thought that they could. They're like, no. They kept telling them lies while they're freaking out. They kept telling them lies. For many of them, they could have said they're still fucking collective, and they were still doing it. But what happened is, because they were doing all these weird sex magics, they know that you weren't, because they were running out of their power, which is just causing all this fighting, fussing and fighting and feuding. Hooting. Who's rushing now, bitch? Who's in a rush? Like I said, many of them may get caught, may get in an accident or something like this, trying to come and fuck collective up. They may get caught or stopped at the airport. Again, this big holiday party, your secret VIP. Cheers, little bitches. Cha-ching. That's why I'm doing the reading early, because tonight is a celebration, bitches. Somebody gets their dreams to come true, and somebody gets locked up like a poo-poo. Doo-doo. Devil. Little devils. Someone is going to need to be strong, and they ain't got the strength for that. The devil may have been like, yeah, I got you, but in this case, I don't know. Nope, this is judgment. Not even the devil can save you from. Even the deals that they made with the devil, they can't escape this judgment. They can't. This is my wish. This is my wish, that all you parasitic, sick fuck bitches. This is my wish and my dream, that you get the rinsing. The fuck off my island. The fuck off this world. The fuck out of the collective with your sick fuck shit. With your black magic and your fake Jesus fucking gangs. Get the fuck out. Reciprocity, bitches. The atrocity. Snitches, they snitching on each other. They over here like, I'm your brother. But really, they're the undercovers. Not your lover. Your lover was there to save you, but hey, you were looking for the praise, boo. So enjoy your days with the doo-doo that you do, that hoodoo with the voodoo. Front not gonna give me heebie-jeebies. Easy, beezy. You resonate so heavy. Yeah, this is a real thing. So this is a collective energy. And this is, again, these parasitic entities. Okay? They hop in. They can hop. Your best friend might have been fucking cool a lot of times. But then they might have just started getting a porn addiction and hiding or lying or cheating on their wife or whatever. And then what happened is these entities, these parasitic entities, they need to feed. What does a parasite or a leech do? They feed. They need to feed. Many of them feed off of you guys just fucking each other. Many of them feed off of the way you speak to yourself. I'm not good enough. I'm never going to reach that. Or the way that you let other people speak about you. Oh, they're always stupid. Oh, they're such a klutz or what. You know, like rinse out. Like, clear yourself out. Like, do a lot of spiritual cleansing and rinsing. Okay, if that means just washing it, putting your hands in cold running water and say, hey, spirits, guides, angels, please, can you give me a fill-in? Can you clear? Because put it on your face, put it on your feet, okay? Because that's what they're trying to do, is they're trying to hop in, and how they do it is by getting us a little bit off kilter. By now you're thinking about it. Now you're thinking about how terrible it's like. That's why I've been putting off even doing this reading and speaking about this stuff, is because I'm like, I don't want to be negative. Because he's like, you're always negative. It's like, actually, I'm not negative. I help people heal. And I bet if you ask any other person, any other man, any other drug dealer or whatever that I went to help, that I help them get off of their fucking addictions. I'm a solutions specialist, sweetheart. Like Jesus, he realized that some of the people that needed the saving were the bad people, because they didn't know, because they had no other way than to come to be in survival state. So to go and to try to attempt to help those people get out of their survival state, but them, they don't want to, that's a choice. They made that choice, okay? Now they may be getting some information coming at them really quick that they don't know how to deal with, and this is the reciprocity. So they will be getting this karmic justice, okay? Karmic justice has been served. Now they're going to be hanging, but not hanging out. They're going to be hung up for quite some time, okay? Because they didn't, it's like, because they didn't express their emotion, because they didn't tell the truth. Because they knew and they didn't tell the truth. They were trying to protect something that was bad. Yeah. Their ego, their dick, maybe this crew of sex fiends. Their dick, their ego mostly, their secret. Maybe they don't want the secret, they don't want you to know. They don't want you to know that maybe, for many of you, maybe they're a fucking juggalo. Maybe they're a prostitute. Maybe they secretly like to pay prostitutes to do really dark, sick, fuck shit. Okay? I'm picking up on a lot of secret energy that these people can't get out of their brain, so they pay these younger girl, whatever, that are in survival mode to do fucking weird sodomistic shit. Again, I'm not vanilla. I'm just reading the fucking cards, you guys. I'm just the seer. I'm just the high priestess, bro. I'm here to create unity. I'm here to get people out of their mental constructs and out of this state of abandonment, okay? And how you get out of the state of abandonment is when you stop fucking abandoning yourself, collective. You're abandoning yourself every time you let that fuck boy run the game, every time you don't hold your boundaries strong, every time you see through the bullshit, all the unseen shit that you feel intuitively, that you're like, no, they're just saying I'm overreacting. No, you're not overreacting. You're not crying over spilt milk. You're crying because you can energetically feel that these sick fucks are doing that, and they're attempting to keep you in this space, whether that means keep thinking about them, or are they going to do this, are they going to come here, they just want to keep you. It's like, as long as you can keep that, they're blocking the field. He's blocking my VIP parking. So you want to come here and threaten me, you want to come here and not give me respect, you want to cross my boundaries, like I said, a few $100s for all of these really bad fucking people is a pretty cheap price, because out here to go to jail is like just on the low end, especially if you're doing anything illegal, because we're in a Muslim country and we're in a zero tolerance. So I ain't never known anybody to get out of jail out here for less than like 250, 300,000 USD. So how's that for some vitamin D up your ass in your face, biatch? You would think. Like I said, a few hundred is pretty cheap. Beep, beep, goes the Jeep. Rolling over those steep hills and mountains, cutting through. Cutting that shit off, yeah. For some of you guys, the collective has said, I'm not afraid of your shit anymore. Like, I'm not afraid of no ghosts. Who's afraid of those ghosts? Like, and this is something that they want to call you crazy. For many of them, especially like in my personal case, since it just happens to be coming out, people are trying to make me think I'm fucking crazy. You're schizophrenic. No, bitch, I'm a psychic intuitive medium, and I'm channeling the people that you fucking killed that want vengeance. And they ain't fucking playing. They're like, oh, this bitch, she can share our story. Let's go. Let's go, because some people have been stuck in mental torture. Some people lost the love of their life, their unions, their families, and they want to heal that. They want to make it to the next level. They may want their family or their lover or their whatever to make it to that next level because they didn't finish that karmic justice. Now, if I can come here and deliver a message for them and help that person change, that can heal their family trauma. They're like genetically from fucking who knows. Galactic trauma, who knows how long it is. This is shit that has been hidden for a long time that needs to unlock, and most of it is around sex or passion. Most of it is around either how they're telling me how women have been raped and pillaged and used as fucking sexual objectifications. For many, it's how men, since they're showing me, since Grecian times, men were so terrible to women, and when they all had all of these lovers and these boys, and they used to have boys that they would fuck, that they would chop off their dick. I mean, this is history, guys. History repeats itself. Like, that's why we're moving on to her story. Okay, her story is loving and compassionate. We're talking about Green Tara. Okay, we're talking about Kuan Yin energy. We're talking about protective energy, feminine energy. Feminine energy is where the protection and the love, like, that's where the nurturing, that's where the food and the healing and the that's where. Okay? That the man creates the stability by not seeking out every other fucking option. And men that are out there lying to their women, waiting for something else better to come along, they're gonna be dismantled. Okay? Especially the groups, the sex groups and all this stuff, they're going to be dismantled. And something else for you guys to know that has been very clear coming through to me, for many people that are in these secret societies, occult, or other things like this, right, that you have been running this stuff. Now, I had a very intense channel for a couple of days from our buddy that y'all know so well, that created this Thoth deck, Aleister Crowley. Okay, so the reason why people got so fucked up on magic is because the last time it was really prominent in the world was when they were all doing their thing. And I went to that house, right? I went to that place that they had up in Hollywood. My friend used to stay there, and then he tried to fucking denounce me, and I said, all right, I take away my protection spell. And the next day, they all went to fucking jail. They got raided. Nah, I didn't call nobody. Don't have to. I got my angels, bitches. I don't need to snitch. I just think of it. And swoosh. Swish. Suck my asshole, bitch. So anyways, when I was up at that place, I sensed so much energy, and there was so much good energy, and people were like, oh, whatever, there, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, no, when people were getting too high, when people were getting too fucked up, you could feel the demonic energy. Now, that's what Crowley liked to do a lot, is he liked to experiment by getting high and tapping into these other entities and these other realms. Now, there is a soft place. Are you laughing? Hello. There is a level in between, right, where you can use it as medicine, and you can go through and see and tap and communicate with some of those entities. You can work with them, but if you don't treat them as such, as demonic entities, then what happens is that, oh, I'm going to work with you. We on a new path now. I'm hopping in. I'm body snatching. I'm going to keep you addicted to whatever it is. The drug, the pussy, the pattern, the sugar, the coffee, whatever it is. Anything that you have addiction to. Fucking social media, right? That's my hardest thing. But I stopped having the addiction. So when I went on the break, whatever, I stopped having the addiction to it. And then what the guides told me is like, no, they love to move through things because they want to see the level of consciousness on this planet and the current events and everything that's going on. And as I move through a bunch of different stuff, they're just like, this is true, this is bullshit, this is true, this is bullshit. Like, it's like the ability for me to, what do you call it, transparency, or not clarity, not transparency, but just like to tell the difference, right? To tell the difference between what is good and what is bad. I know there's a word for it, but I'm not going to stress my brain out because it does this sometimes. I'm not going to hella stress my brain out on it. But yeah, basically like this. And so they're saying that, you know, many of us, you know, are going to be, we're going to get more of these gifts of the telepathy, of the clarity, right, of being able to kind of test things. Like even when I go to the grocery store, anywhere where there's a market and there's fresh fruit, like I can just literally like hold my hand over it and know if there's too much pesticides or if there's too much whatever, and be like, it's not this one, or this one is you know, like I can literally. So let's just get some more cards for the stag. What is this? Pride and leadership. Okay, someone may be trying to cause fights. Okay, this page of wands. So this is someone that you may have had it may have been a lover you may have had some passion with, and they may say, listen, I'm fighting because I'm in love and I have this passion. But the reality is their passion is not going to lead them anywhere because they didn't do the work, okay? They didn't build anything. They didn't put in anything yet, okay? So this spark of